All right, everybody, what is going on? Good afternoon. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys liked the show that I did with Brandon just a little bit ago. We talked about running backs in this upcoming draft. And now in this video, we're going to be talking about a few edge rushers from this upcoming draft. We're now into day 3. So these are kind of your round 4, round 5 guys. Basically, early day 3 seems to be the range for this crew. So let's jump right in, starting with Keyron Crawford. Keyron Crawford of Auburn, 22 years old, about typical size, 6'4", 253, kind of your average, normal 3-4 edge size. 32-inch arms, kind of troublesome, not great. 9-inch hands. Big boards, you see a little bit of third-round presence. You see a fourth-round presence. The aggregate currently puts him in the mid to early part of the fourth round, so that seems to be about where people are landing with him, more or less. And not a lot of production in college overall. 2025 was his breakout year. He had 5 sacks, 9.5 tackles for loss. 43 pressures is nice, 76.3 PFF, but not a super prolific college player. So the good things with Crawford, he's got a first step quickness. He's got the ability to get off the ball quickly and get to the quarterback quickly after the snap. He should fit in great as a stand-up rusher. I think he's going to fit in really well in a 3-4 defense. I think he's going to be able to do the coverage stuff. I think he's going to be able to play a more varied role. He's not going to have to be a hand in the dirt, always rushing the quarterback guy, which is nice. He can bend the corner, so he does have that combination of first-step quickness and bend that you do kind of covet here. He has heavy hands. His hands hit with a lot of force going into contact. And there's a ruggedness to his game, even though he's not the biggest guy and he's not the strongest guy. He is willing to play physically and play through contact. Now, I do think he plays a little out of control. Sometimes he overruns a play. He needs to pull it in a little bit, not be quite so out of control. He doesn't shed well because his arms are too short. So if he gets on a blocker, he's probably stuck. He doesn't really get to his spots very well when trying to defend against the run. So run defense is still a work in progress here. He doesn't really have a lot in his bag when it comes to pass rush stuff. And he does get pushed around a little bit because he is a little bit light. He's at least very much not big. So I don't know about him as a run defender. So the length is a big problem. There's a lot of stuff here that I like, but the length kind of cancels a lot of it out. Still, though, should be a moderately effective speed rusher in the NFL. At least he can play on some passing downs and be reasonably effective. So I'd go late fourth rounder, probably not in Seattle's defense because of what they like, but in general, sure. Okay, next up is Anthony Lucas. This is a really kind of weird one. USC, 21 years old, so he's really young, but he's actually been playing football for a while now, and he just barely ever did anything. He's tall, he's got good size, he's got a nice frame, he's got decent length. He looks the part. And you can see, we got big boards putting him in the fourth round. CBS loves him. They put him in the second round, but I mean, he had 3 sacks last year, and those were the first sacks of his collegiate career, I think. 23 pressures. That's his breakout year. 37 tackles is good, but very few plays in the backfield. 71.4 PFF grade is okay, but I'm not crazy enthused about it. And that's by far the best season he ever had. Like before 2024, he was basically a cleanup guy at the back end of the roster. So there's no real production here. He's got 3 career sacks. Now, again, he looks like a guy that should be a good edge rusher in the NFL. He's got the length, he's got the frame, he hits hard. The tape makes him look like a good athlete, although he didn't do anything at the combine, so it's hard to confirm anything. Chase down speed, he can chase down run plays from the weak side well. When he's engaged as a with an offensive lineman or a blocker, he's got good hand usage, so he does understand how to use his hands, but it didn't amount to anything in college, and he's not really a cerebral player yet. He doesn't really have an understanding of how to read a blocking scheme and know where to be and know how to pick up some pick up a play based on what he sees in front of him away from the play. He doesn't really have speed to the outside. He's not a big burst guy. He's not that good getting off blocks yet. He has the potential because of his length is pretty good, but little sluggish getting off blockers. And he's not a great mover. His movement skills are kind of lackluster. It's a little bit segmented and awkward. So I don't really feel this one. He looks the part, but a lot of guys do. There are a lot of guys out there that look like NFL edges, and yeah, maybe you can't get them in the 4th round, but it's not like this guy just learned how to play football 2 years ago. He was on USC for some time and didn't produce. So, 6th rounder for me. Maybe in this draft you could talk me into the 5th because there is a little bit of potential here, but again, it's not like this guy just discovered football. If he was good, I feel like we would have heard about it by now. I don't see it, man. So to me, Anthony Lucas, maybe 5th round, but really I'm thinking 6th round. I just don't know what's supposed to separate him from a lot of other players out there, other than potential that doesn't seem like it's ever going to amount to anything. Okay, last guy for this video is going to be Max Llewellyn, and I'm just going to assume it's pronounced like the guy from No Country for Old Men because that's what it looks like, but it probably isn't. So Max Llewellyn of Iowa, older guy, 24, big, pretty big, 6'6", 258. Got that Mike McDonald kind of edge size, length pretty short, 12th percentile, small hands. Didn't test very well, below average in all areas, which I know he's a little bit bigger, but he's not that much bigger than typical, so it's kind of a problem. Not much explosiveness, not a lot of speed or quickness. Big boards, 5th round. CBS has him in the 7th. Draft Network has him in the 3rd somehow. Walter has him in the 4th. Aggregate puts him in the early 5th. That's kind of where we're landing here, it seems like. The production's not bad. He's got almost 50 tackles over the last 2 years, and a lot of his tackles have been for loss. Like, he's got 17.5 tackles for loss over the last 2 years and 12 sacks. 9 passes batted down, so he's putting up some numbers, 80 pressures, good PFF grades. But how does this translate in the NFL? A big part of what Llewellyn does in his tape is shooting through gaps. He shoots gaps, gets into the backfield, and makes plays. Really good at kind of feeling out those gaps and then just going through. He's got a real robust set of pass rush moves. There's a lot he can do to beat out a blocker after he engages. He's cerebral in breaking down a play and getting to the right spot as well. I think he's a smart player. You see the wisdom that comes with age. But I don't think he's big enough to justify how unathletic he is. Like, if he was 275, it would be one thing, but this is pushing it. He's really not that strong either, and to me, that's the big problem. I'm like, okay, I'm getting an oversized edge who is not athletic, but he's also getting pushed around against the run. He's also giving ground. That's not what I want to see. He's got no explosiveness out of his stance, no real ability to get the first step quickness around the side. He doesn't move smoothly in space, so I don't know if he's a 3-4 guy. And because he's so tall, he gets out-leveraged constantly. So realistically, I look at Max Llewellyn and I'm like, I don't know what to say except I don't get it. And it's not like he's highly touted, but I mean, the Draft Network thinks he's a top 100 player. I'd go 7th round pick, honestly. I don't get this. I don't understand what I'm supposed to be into here. It seems very obvious to me that this will not work at the NFL level. Maybe the pass rush bag is worth something, but this package is rough. 7th round pick for me. All right, see you guys later. Go Hawks. Everyone have a good rest of your day. One more video like this coming later. Might not be until tonight. And go Hawks.